MCW fans, please welcome Patrick Clark. Patrick, how are you feeling ahead of your match against Spencer Slade tonight?
Spencer Slade? You mean hearing impaired Spencer Slade? Deaf Spencer Slade? Spencer Slade can't hear you, so we don't need you tonight. Spencer Slade. These closed captions are just for you. Tonight, Spencer, you get to go one-on-one with the Dream. And if the Dream is guilty of anything tonight, it's going to be beating you so badly at a wrestling contest, you wish you picked another career, Spencer Slade. That might not be the only thing I'm guilty of tonight, Spencer, because after tonight, MCW won't be calling you Spencer Slade. They'll be calling you Helen Keller. Because not only will I leave you deaf, I'm going to leave you blind and dumb. And now that is the stuff dreams are made of.
I'm here with Spencer Slade, and congratulations on your victory over your former partner, Tim Spriggs. But tonight, you have a huge challenge ahead of you as you face off against Patrick Clark. What's on your mind?
Patrick Clark, you're the biggest challenge I've had since I've been here at MCW. Last month, I put my old partner, Tim Spriggs, out of here. I'm a wrestling machine. All I do is make people tap out. And I don't care if you've been to the absolute top of this business. When you step foot in the ring with me, you will fear the gear.
What's that say, right? Guilty by association.
And it has the mugshots of every wrestling superstar in modern times.
And even an elected official as well, I see.
Hall of Famer.
I gotta say that is a hell of company to have. Be associated with names like those.
The ever-evolving Patrick Clark, the former Velveteen Dream, the Dream, the Enigma. Goes by a lot of names. Very controversial, well-documented, polarizing figure, but you don't make history without rubbing a few people wrong, and you don't change the world according to the way you see it without offending a lot of people.
As the man once said, controversy creates cash.
You know, here's my issue. You know, it's Patrick Clark likes to terrorize his enemy, likes to terrorize his opposition. He
terrorize. He likes to needle.
He skull. It's typical skullduggery. Okay, and there's 3 E's that he likes to utilize: exposure, exploitation, and execution. He has exposed Spencer Slade's weakness, calling him out for being hearing impaired. That wasn't public knowledge, Ricky. That was just called out by Patrick Clark, okay? Now he's going to try to exploit the injury. And he's going to execute his plan.
In other you simple-minded Hollywood hillbillies.
I think so.
So I can hear you move.
I mean, everybody's on it, so I think he just got a little lost in it.
And make sure when you play Spencer's music, play it as loud
See that?
as
Like
you
Ninja
can.
Gaiden music.
I want him to come out here and get the beat down he deserves. As a matter of fact, if Patrick Clark is guilty of anything tonight, it will be beating Spencer Slade so bad that you will be calling him Helen Keller because I will leave him deaf, blind, and dumb.
What is this? Second grade? How distasteful is Patrick Clark?
I don't know. That threat is easier said than done.
Leave it.
I mean, just look at him. The specimen that is Spencer Slade.
Steel City Centurion. He vanquished his former tag team partner, the Mushmaster Tim Spriggs. And what a forced capital punishment was. But now, it's a new day. It's a new year, 2025. And Spencer Slade wants to make it the year of the gear.
As you said, Spencer vanquishing Tim Spriggs. Patrick actually not successful at season's meetings. Fell to Big Papa Joppa Ken Dixon. Possibly looking to start over, looking to make an example out of Spencer. Start the year off, in his words, on the right foot.
Patrick Clark is an artist, and one of his tools that he uses isn't a brush; it's humiliation.
As I said, he just needles his opponent.
Yeah,
It's an annoyance. Not to mention the fact just how good Patrick Clark is, and he knows it.
That's what really drives it over the edge, right? Because if he was just a blowhard, excuse my language, prick, we could get over it. We could move on. We could say this guy isn't worth it. Forget it. But he happens to be one of the most talented and gifted superstars in recent memory. Some would say the most gifted that the MCW Training Center has ever produced.
He's been to the big time.
Has he ever?
Yeah, well, he's a showman.
He's also
Might as well say it.
What? Yeah. Does it begin with, does it rhyme with sasshole?
Sure, let's see that.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'll let you say it.
How about this?
Yeah, look at that. Spencer not backing down from the dream.
Spencer standing about 6'4", 6'5". They had him out at 222. I find that hard to believe. He's probably 235, 240. How about this? Spencer saying, I want a fair fight, but on your head here. Spencer's not... You know what? That's impressive. I'm impressed by it because the mind games, the skullduggery that Patrick Clark is trying to implore here, trying to exploit.
Yeah, it has not thrown Spencer off of his game.
I'll say something and stand and switch. Go behind, waist lock. Amateur Greco-Roman style.
I lost that headgear again.
I'll say something as somebody in the persons with disabilities community, myself being a spinal cord injury, you know, you sticks and stones, right? When you've been through hell, some jerk mouthing off, you've heard it 1,000 times. And when you got a goal and you got your mind focused on something which Spencer Slade does, and then is rising in the ranks, not only in this whole industry, but in MCW in particular, I think it's not going to affect him. It's going to be like water off the duck's back. Are you inclined to agree or disagree?
Oh, no, I definitely agree. I'm just surprised that Patrick wants to get in a wrestling match with Spencer
Yeah, the shooter.
Don't get me wrong. Patrick does have a wrestling background. As I said, he's faced off against some of the greatest in professional wrestling. But, I mean, use what brought you to the dance to your advantage. Be that showman. Don't play into Spencer's wheelhouse.
Hey, you're telling him to be that showman. He's already got a headgear, and he's got
the singlet?
Specially made T-shirt.
I don't know. He may not have a head to put that headgear on. You saw that.
Spencer is not letting go of that side headlock. Spencer Slade really played it close to the chest. That disability of his, being hearing impaired. We know it in the back. Excuse me.
But it wasn't public knowledge.
Right, and for Patrick Clark to divulge that, it's pretty low, man. Pretty low. But it goes to show you, wow, look at the momentum. Headlock takeover. Goes to show you there is no low, no high, no distance. There's nothing Patrick Clark won't do to gain that competitive edge.
Oh, I mean, to get the competitive edge, maybe even stay in the headlines. Yeah. I mean, Patrick, he would love to start out 2025 with a victory, work his way up, and become possibly the man here in MCW, especially after feeling like the likes of Ken Dixon was blackballing him from MCW. I mean, how great would that feel for Patrick to be able to say that I am the man of MCW? I am MCW.
So Patrick Clark trying to get out of that headlock predicament with a belly to back suplex, and Slade.
Spencer is not letting go of that headlock.
Yeah, look at Patrick Clark is a guy that, he talks his trash, but he does love MCW, and he loves it in his own way. You see how Patrick Clark also, thought he was going for that. Oh, what a back elbow.
And he wound up that elbow.
Left his own feet with the connection there. Oh man, I think Slade's ear got clipped. I don't want to divulge too much, but he does have the hearing aids in under that headgear, and maybe that jammed it.
Oh yeah, an elbow like that, the force that Patrick put behind that elbow, not to mention the kick to the side of the head.
No,
there it is.
I don't want to speculate, and I don't want to give away too much. Look at Slade though, trying to fight. I don't think he's been in this position before.
Not quite like this. Nobody's really taking the fight to the, I guess you could say, weakness of Spencer Slade.
European uppercut.
And that was all flesh on that one.
This is where Patrick Clark is so dangerous. Once there's blood in the water, oh wow. Ooh. Once his opponent is stuck and bleeding on the dance floor.
And did you notice how he just stalks his opponents?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he knows he has the advantage, Patrick just taking the fight, and actually just look at the sprawl that Patrick has for that. Complete control over Spencer.
I mean, all of that body weight and some of Patrick Clark, who's a deceptively large man. And you see how Patrick Clark, he's always on the balls of his feet. So he's like a boxer.
Yeah, well, I saw him just use the trunks of Spencer there to drive him back down.
Doesn't surprise me. Any advantage, anything to give him the edge. Like you said, anything to get him that headline. Ooh, kidney shot. And now looking for that belly to back suplex again, but this time scores big. Does Patrick Clark in a double bicep pose for good measure. Clark is in peak physical condition, is he not?
Yeah, taking his time as well. But that's the thing. Like you said, he's in peak physical condition. He is so good in that ring to take the low road like he does. Oh, just like that. Just like that.
He's trying to gouge the eyes, gouge the ears, maybe fish hook the side of the mouth of Slade. You see the determination, the dogged determination, the defiance in the eyes of Spencer Slade.
Yeah, the point I was trying to make is the fact that Patrick is so good, the fact that he takes the low road, it's almost disheartening.
Because he could get there.
Yeah. He can get there just on the hard work and determination that he has. We've seen it.
I mean, we don't, listen, never expect the former Velveteen Dream to be a choir boy, you know, but he doesn't have to come out and reveal personal information and try to tear down a man who's defied the odds, a man who has stood tall.
And right now, Patrick is just beating down Spencer in that corner.
This is very uncomfortable. This chair and what's happening. Slade trying to anything to Patrick. Whoa! Dragon screw. I think Slade tried to roll with it a little bit, but didn't seem to help him in that sense. Maybe going for that Walls of Jericho, that Boston Crab. He's got it, does Patrick Clark.
Yeah, look at him sit down on it. Looking for Spencer, though, having his arms underneath him, trying to reverse the pressure.
And this is a illustration of just how tall, how immense. Hold on! Look what Spencer's doing. You know what he's looking for.
Oh,
He was grabbing.
oh!
Come on, was that north of the equator?
That was a Bret Hart-esque headbutt to the abdomen. Patrick Clark, a student of the game.
You saw Spencer Slade grabbing the ankle. It looked like, whoa! Man, I love this guy. The fight he has. He's on his back, swinging haymakers.
Ooh!
On his knees, and he connected.
Yeah, and a tooth may have flown out on that one.
Looking like the Sandman from.
Ooh!
Oh wow! Pimp slap. Looking like the Sandman from Mike Tyson's Punch Out. He got hit in the face. Patrick Clark. I thought that was you said a tooth maybe.
Is that the first time he's lost a tooth in this building? May not be the last. Ooh!
Another one of those drop kicks I was talking about earlier. And Spencer Slade's been fighting from the supine lower position.
Yeah, a lot of the young guys could learn something. Keep fighting.
Keep fighting.
Keep fighting until you can't fight no more.
And then when you think you got nothing left, keep fighting.
Ooh!
Man, just a hard kick. Nothing pretty. No finesse. Well, this might be pretty. No desperation, that backbreaker. Spencer Slade has been in trouble. Now the Steel City submission machine to his feet.
Oh, just driving that shoulder into the gut of the Dream. Oh, turn him inside out with that clothesline.
Look at Ducking. Does. Oh, wow, going for the ride. The hands still clasped. Trying to go for an encore.
Found two.
These German suplexes. I don't think we could possibly tell you how devastating they are as Clark grabbing the referee. Oh! Mule kick!
I don't think anything is as devastating as that low blow. One of the calling cards of the Dream.
No way. The body scissors. And the ref, quick to call it. But I think Slade was tapped.
I think Slade tapped. He was in way too much pain.
Get off him. Where is it? Where's the line? Where's the sportsmanship?
I mean, well, you saw with the low blow, there is no sportsmanship when it comes to the Dream.
No gutter.
Ooh!
No gutter too filthy. There's nothing, and I repeat it, nothing on heaven, earth, hell, and anything in between that Patrick Clark will not do to become the man in MCW and in professional wrestling. But Spencer Slade, we haven't seen the last of him.
Oh yeah, but look at the disdain that Patrick has for this crowd here in Hollywood.
Folks, we got more action coming your way. The MCW Greats TV title still on the line. Plus, our tables main event with Devon Dudley as your special enforcer.